Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. Yay. All right, Chan made it. Yay, all right. Excellent. Lots of new faces. And Ahmed, hi, how are you? It's a different part of the world there. Yeah. Um, Yay. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Yay. Are you in Egypt, Ahmed, or are you somewhere else? In Egypt?
Yes, I'm in Egypt. Yes.
Awesome. Yay. Well, most honored to have you here, as always. Um, Fantastic. And Kelsey's here. Awesome. Great. And Frank. Good. All right. Well, let's get started, everyone. Hi, I'm Tish Hicks. I'm the master sensei of the VO Dojo here in Burbank, California. And this is a monthly webinar series that we do called Get to Know VO. Today we are talking about voiceover, how to make money with your voice. Um, Jeffrey Gilbank is here from the Dojo team. So he is, hi, Jeffrey. He's here to keep everything moving smoothly. And if you have any questions or thoughts, he's here to help. And yeah, so um, why don't we just jump in? There's a place where I'm going to ask about you guys, and um, so we'll get to that. So let's jump in today. It looks like there's a really nice blend of people here. So I'm looking forward to hearing where you are on your journey. But let's get started. So oh, and yeah, and for being here today, stay till the end because we'll have something that will be a good thing at the end. Um, all right, share screen. Here we go, and let's play. All right, so get to know VO, voiceover, how to make money with your voice. It's kind of a fundamental thing, isn't it? That's one of the main ideas about voiceover. So a little bit about me. Um, I am a 25-year plus now LA VO Pro. I've been a voice of Subaru for the last 13 years. I was a voice of Citibank for 7 years. I've worked for major campaigns in all categories, um, and all across all of the genres of voiceover over the last 25 years. Um, here's a little here's a little sample of my voice that you may have heard.
I love handling any situation I'm put in. I love going the distance and then some. I love when a good thing gets even better. I love my Subaru Forester.
Always good to know you're in good hands when people are telling you about stuff. So hopefully that's true. If you're new to the dojo, we are a full training program that is designed to guide from I don't know to working pro. There's the question mark. There's the money. That's how. That's the idea there. We have our development division and our working pro division. So wherever you are on your journey, we can meet you where you are and help guide, support, connect, and accelerate you to where you would like to be. Um, so let's, with that in mind, that's sort of who I am and what the dojo is. I'm most excited and really um, interested to get a sense of who you are, and where you are in your journey. So if everyone could just take a second and put in the chat where you are, or who you are, where you're from, and then where are you on your voiceover journey? Um, Maybe this is the first exploration that you're doing. and people have told you, you've done some training, you have a demo, you have representation, booking sometimes, booking regularly. That'll help me. That'll help me guide the discussion. We've got some foundational things that we're going to talk about today, and then we can open it up to what other questions that you have, so that everybody gets an idea of gets what they were looking for today. So let me open the chat here, and hold on a second. Let me open the chat here. Whoops, that's not right. One moment. Let me open the chat here. Awesome. Booking rarely. Okay, so this is great. Excellent. Let me get this back playing here. Get the lovely Hawaiian view there. Awesome. Yeah, so working pros, 3 years into the journey, not having luck with pay to plays and slowly direct marketing. New demo for e-learning. Yeah, so we've got some folks that are on the journey. Awesome. Great. That's Susan from New Jersey. And Kathleen's just starting out. And Philip's been through some training, which is great. Booking rarely. Yeah, it's a journey, isn't it? Awesome. Annalena. Excellent. Started, Chan, you made it. Yay. Started in 2020, took a break, going back. Great. Kay has her commercial and animation demos. Frank is just rejoining the Dojo. It's great, and has had some lucked into some success in the past. I think that's interesting. Mary is LA. Yeah, let's see. Okay, great. All right. I probably should have you guys. Well, let's see where we're at time-wise. Yeah. Okay, I made it so we're not talking, but I probably should have had you guys do this. Okay. 6 months. Okay, so we've got a real blend here. Real blend. Demo's done, 2 reps. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to breeze through. This presentation, and it might be some foundational information for y'all. And for those of you in the beginning, it might be like, okay. So I'll share the information that I have and the thoughts that I wanted to share, and then let's open it up to where you're at and what questions you have about what's going on. Okay. Awesome. Excellent. So yeah, everybody's really in great places. It sounds like you're on your journeys. So why voiceover? Preaching to the choir here. Let's see. Voiceover is, hold on a second. Come on, machine, you can do it. Voiceover has the potential to make big money. We like to train at the dojo, saying it takes about 6 figures to live as a grown-up in the world, for the most, a nice, thriving living. So how do you build a career that is moving you and setting you up towards that? You can work from anywhere in the world. Ahmed is here from Egypt, and I know he works with everybody all over the world. And it's something you can do for a long time. The last you should do voiceover launchpad workout we had a brother and sister who were 15 and 13, and we had a Swiss opera singer who was in her 60s. So like everybody can. This is something you can do for a really long time. it's an art form that serves commerce. And the beautiful thing about it is when you have this business in your art, then the business serves your art form, right? It's an art form that serves commerce. The commerce serves your art form. Um, so one of the things I want to just open it up with that if you're on your beginning of your journey, if you're on the beginning of your journey, you may not be aware of all the ways that you can be making money. And if you are on your journey, I would love, like, why don't we have you shout out, like, why don't we have you shout out where you have made money and where you would love to be making money. So let me share the paths to cash. This is an overview that we use as a map of everything at the dojo. So if you think of this as if you think of this purple square as like coming down Main Street of Disneyland of voiceover, each of the genres has its own realm. So there's so many ways and so many different ways that you can be making money with your voice. Commercials, all the variations of narration, into circling around into being announcer and the realm of promo trailer, the realms of animation, video game. We have working to picture, which is becoming more and more as the the world of content is becoming the world of content. So many opportunities in the world of working to picture, looping and dubbing and voice matching. Broadcast and webcast, I usually say, like, if you come from a news or a broadcast background, that it's sort of, those realms are sort of the cousins of voiceover applicable. And now there's also this whole realm of podcasts and audio dramas that are called podcasts. And then now more than ever, the voice of things. And a lot on everybody's mind, AI, right? How does our voice become the voice of everything? Yeah. So why don't we have people raise their hands and shout out, like, who raise your fake hand so we can see you, and would love to hear where are you working and where would you love to be working?
Hey Tish, real
Yeah.
quick. We're still seeing the About You slide on the presentation.
Oh, honeys, I'm so sorry. This is so terrible. Thank you for letting me know. That kind of stinks. Okay. Um, Let me try this again. Oh, I'm sorry. There was all sorts of really cool pictures of, things. Okay. Let me try again. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Well, let's try again. Dee, 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 dee. Share. Okay. I think we can just pick it up from here because we got the how's that better? Is that much more interesting? Makes sense. What is she talking about? What is she talking about? Thanks, guys. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. This main circle is the main street, and there's things of all of these things that become the foundation of your work and apply to all of these things, and then each of them is their own is their own realm as well and has different requirements, like different sports. Yeah, let's hear your voices in the room. Where have you been making money, and where would be like your, if you had to, if we were in a room and I said run to the thing that you want to make money most at, like that is your dream to be doing in voiceover, which square would you run to? Who'd like to begin? Raise your, does everyone know how to raise their fake hand? Kelsey, there we go.
Yeah, so right now I'm getting a lot of getting a lot of is a vague statement. I'm getting work on Upwork, so
Mm-hmm.
like gig websites. And my ideal is I would love to be in animation and video
And
games.
awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Reagan.
Similarly, yeah, so far I'm getting a lot of work off like gig websites, and primarily I've just been getting as generous, but
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten work through e-learning and audio dramas, but I
Mm-hmm.
would like to get into animation and video games.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And Kay.
Hi. If I were to run to a square, it would be animation. That's
Mm-hmm.
my dream. So far, I am in a couple of podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
so mostly audio drama at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have done a few, did an e-learning, and an app for a company, which was kind of cool. But
So,
that's where we're
yeah.
at.
Awesome. So on the journey. Awesome. Great. Tom.
Hi.
Hi.
Let's see. I was on the pay-to-pay sites for my first year, and I, did a bunch of stuff, but inexpensively, and got off that and ended up getting representation.
Oh, great.
And commercial work. I've done narration for films, web films, and I seem to get the the gruff old man voice a lot.
I think you got that covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send the others away. That's great.
So, I end up competing against well-known folks a lot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
on the
one
national level, and it's so the conversion rate isn't way up there like I'd like it to be.
And that's one of the things, I think we've talked about maybe on different get to know VOs or as the senseis. One of the things we say at the dojo is in order to break into voiceover, you need to be able to get on the freeway going 85 miles an hour with people who have been driving the Autobahn for 25 years.
Yeah.
Can you do it? Yes. Each one, everyone's doing it, or everyone's about, has the potential to do it, to come and become part of this world. And then the game is getting to be the excellent driver, getting to get people to know you, and be able to work at the level. So it sounds like you're on the highway, Tom.
Well, I'm getting more, not a lot. I'm getting more from self-marketing that I've been doing for a year. So
that's great.
Finally starting to pay off.
That's great. Well, and I think that's key, and one of the things that we want to talk about here too. Yeah. Hey, Joe. Oh, we just see the top of your head. There you go. I have to say, Joe is one of the reasons that this is the dojo. Joe is my first kickboxing instructor, and he is back. He's an amazing actor as well.
Very sweet. So what are we doing? We're going to
just what if you've been booking work in any of these realms, and what you would like to be working.
Well, firstly, I'd like to apologize to everyone for the pending strike, because 25 years ago, the Screen Actors Guild strike halted my career. I was
we don't want to hear about that. We want to hear what you've done voiceover.
And what voiceover back then. We did a Rolaids commercial and a Scope commercial. It was radio spot. Did a lot of commercials. And now I just got signed with an agent, and then of course this thing is going on. So it's almost like
cool. And what's your dream? What's your dream of?
My dream would be I always immediately would gravitate towards the announcer doing promos, trailers, or commercials, TV and radio.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah. And I think vision is a strong word. I think if vision is an activatable word. Dream is sort of like, we dream of it. Yes, we dream of it. Vision is what do you see? And then we can move towards the vision. Um, yeah, excellent. Olivia, what comes up for you? Where are you working, and where would you like to be working?
Hi. So I'm a film and TV actor.
Mm-hmm.
I have never done a voiceover job, but I really want to learn how to, like, I want to add that tool to my toolbox. And,
Mm-hmm.
I think it lends itself to all avenues. And I would really like to get into audiobook narrating,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the audio drama podcast world.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I would run to.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Awesome. Anything on here that is surprising to anybody? Um, Anything that you're like, wait, what? You can make money doing that? Anything that yeah. Oh wait, the new hands or old hands? Let's see.
Mine is a new hand, I think. But
New hand, okay.
I've never thought about toys, which,
Mhm.
but yet no, yeah, there's like a lot of toys do have like sound effects and whatnot, and like
Mhm.
built-in voice lines. So that's something I've never thought about. That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anything surprising? Huh? Cool. We'll put it in the chat. We'll keep on going. All right. So let's see. So how much does voiceover pay? Actually, this is an interesting thing. So I think more and more, like, how do you make money in voiceover? I think more and more, um, I think more and more that having a diversified portfolio in voiceover is kind of important, right? Um, commercials are still where we'll talk about this in a second. But keep this in mind, that a blend of all of this is really kind of what we're looking for to create your sustained successful career. So how much does it pay? This is a testimonial from Eric Lieb, who's a core M2M core member, and I think it's also one of the things that is part of making the transition into full-time voiceover, or how it fits into your realm of understanding how much money you can make, compared to doing your day job. And then the key is, how do you make this your day job so that you're consistently making money, right? The potential is there to make a lot of money, but how do you do it, right? So this is interesting. Some of you might be familiar with this. This is from the voiceover survey that Karin Gilfrey from Voice Actors of New York and NAVA does on a yearly basis. So if you look at this, this is gross income for a range of people, right? So this is sort of a thing, like, oh my gosh, if half the people are only making $8,000, what's up with that, right?
Trish, do you have a new slide?
Oh gosh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why this keeps on unsharing. Yeah, hold on a second, thank you. Not sure why it's not moving forward. Okay, great. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Mercury retrograde is over. Whoa. Okay. How's this? Better? Yeah. Okay. So the key is that voiceover can pay some, and the real key is sticking with it, and creating sticking with it long enough that you become part of the quarter that makes the money that you're looking for, right? So there's a little snapshot. Just talked about that. Yeah. So these are some thoughts on how to create consistent cash flow. So understanding what you're leaving on the table and what do you need to put on the table. It seems like you guys are this group is on the trail. So I want to kind of breeze through these things and set these things up and open it up to what are your questions and what things that are on your mind. So can you guys see this next slide?
No.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right, Jeffrey, I might need
I think I have an idea. I think maybe because we're sharing a Zoom account, it might think that I'm you. So I'm going to make you host. I'm going to dip out and then I'm going to rejoin as just myself. So
Oh, okay. The machine might be confused.
yeah.
Okay.
So when you see me pop back in, just let me in and make me co-host, and I'll see you on a little bit.
Okay, great. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Oi. Oi. Okay, I'm a host now. I am the host. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Okay, let's let Jeffrey in. Okay, now can we see this? Yeah. So the questions become, what are you leaving on the table and what do you need to put on the table in the beginning? And the things that this requires is investing in your business, time, money, focus, energy, and passion. And this is a little, I think this is this vision of that we're growing it, we're having patience to allow it to grow. We need to invest a little money in getting things started, and then the money keeps on coming back too, right? That's the vision there. So this is another thing that that is one of the things that as you're starting, you have to take a breath and go, okay, this may take a little while to get things to grow. So remember the ratios of people in the blue compared to how long have you been a working pro. So understanding that the people see how many less people in blue, if the blue is the money that people are making. So the idea is that the longer you're in business, the longer that the more things will be building. We talked about the idea of diversification and understanding that that there are things that make more money and things that make less money, and how do you blend them all? How do you create a nice diversified portfolio so that you always have streams of revenue coming from lots of different places?
Hey Tish, sorry, we're still on the cash slide.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is challenging. All right, hold on a second. So every time I change this, I need to make sure I'm sharing it. Oh dear. Okay. Sorry guys. This is challenging. You guys can see this in this form?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's a little jank, but maybe we just keep it like this that feel better because I don't want to keep on moving ahead and going behind. So all right, so I was looking at little plants on stacks of money when I was talking about that, and I would have done a more radio job.
Tish, I have one more suggestion.
Yes.
Are you sharing your full screen or just sharing the window when you share your screen?
I am sharing just the window.
Try sharing your full screen and going back to the slide, and let's see if that will help advance.
Okay, let me just clean up my underwear drawer here. 1 second. Just making sure what else is up here.
No NDA documents, please.
Like, what else is up here? Okay, here's this. Got that. There's that. Oh, wait. Hold on, I might have closed something that we needed. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Maybe we'll just open it up to questions and leave it at that. Okay, here we go. These are all the auditions from this morning. Okay, 1 second. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, let's see what we've got here and how that works. All right. Okay, share screen. I'm going to share the whole desktop. And there. And then press this.
Yep, press play. And now just for kicks, let's try advancing to the next screen.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
All right. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So here's the time, money, focus, energy, passion. Here's the stick with it. Here's the stick with it. Now, everybody has their own gestation period. What and how you do, obviously everybody has what I call how are you weaving voiceover into the rich tapestry of your gorgeous life, right? So some of us might be able to jump in full-heartedly, say, I'm starting this business, I'm only doing voiceover, and I don't need to worry about any other jobs. And most of us, when I started, I wasn't able to do that immediately. I was able to train and focus in a little bit of, in like a year and a half, 2 years of time, and then ran a graphic design company for myself, and then it started to go, okay, now I can do this. So just understanding that that building your business takes time, and that is true of anyone's business. So diversification, we talked about this. Really understanding that having a blend of, not that you have to do everything, however, having a healthy blend of everything is a really great plan to be making money in voiceover, to build that whole career, to understand that being able to deliver in many of these things, not all of these things, but being able to deliver in a diversified way is something that will always keep your revenue streams going. Understanding there's this natural progression of how we get to here. A lot of us are here. I won't. Since a lot of us are here, just understanding that these are skills that get built, and a process that gets built. You're building your skills, and then you're building your business, you're building your business as you're building your skills. But it goes together. Opening your awareness, spending time exploring and building your tool set, getting to know who you are and what you're bringing to this, which becomes your demo preparation. Your demo becomes your tools of how what you're bringing to market, producing the highest quality of that you're getting to your clients and is representing your work, and then integration. How are you getting this out in the world, which is kind of where we're at, and then expansion. How do you create consistent relationships? I had a great, so in terms of the things that we do here at the dojo, this is our program for that middle part, from getting from here to there. I had an interesting thing happen today, this week, that is how things go, and really about building your skills and then building your relationship. There's a creative director that I've worked with for many, many years, from the beginning of my career. He was a young copywriter, starting out in Saatchi and Saatchi in San Francisco, and we've kept in touch over the years. And he's I did so many campaigns with him at the beginning because I was the go-to person for him, and just yesterday, or not, no, just on Monday, he called and said, "Hey, I'm working on this campaign. I know your voice would be great. I'm presenting it to clients. I'm just presenting your voice. So, can you record something?" And so that, that's sort of like building relationships where you get to be the person that is who people go to and know you for those skills. That's what we're ultimately building towards. So let's see. So on a fundamental level, getting to this place where you're making money takes 5 things: decision, mindset, technique, application, and then support. So I wanted to share, well, let's see, I'm feeling like I'm feeling like there's so many people on this call that are already here. Let's walk through these. So making a decision that this is what you want to do and that you are going to do it. And for those of you who are, let's talk about this: a sustained, successful career being the top of the mountain, right? Those of you who are on the journey, this is the sustained, successful career. Wherever you are, from sea level to summit, you need to understand being a mountaineer, right? So a helicopter might come, and then you need to know your skills as a mountaineer. So it sounds like some of us are like at base camp at least, and are looking like, well, how do we get up the rest of the mountain? Is that accurate in terms of how we're doing it, and that we've decided to do it, and it requires keeping on that trail. Mindset. How do we think of things? Here at the dojo, these are some rules of the dojo. Know what you want, ask for it. People will give it to you if you allow. Positive self-direction. Leave your inner critic outside the booth. Know you can do it even though you've never tried. Be interested to hear where people are with that. Understanding we're essential and we're expendable. There's no room for mediocrity. And cultivating beginner's mind. Those are things that are essential mindsets. I'm gonna pause here, and I'm feeling like I would like to open it up to hearing where you guys are at and what questions you have about where you're at and what's making money. I feel like let's open it up to where you're at. Who has a thought or question about this? Yeah, Taylor. Oh, can you unmute yourself?
Oh, yes. Sorry, coming off camera because I was eating my lunch while I learned. But I was wondering, how much direct marketing should you be doing when you're first starting off with direct marketing? And then what platforms do you think are the best for you to start off on? Is it direct, like emailing directly, finding people at agencies and production companies, or is it, LinkedIn? What are your suggestions? Also, Tish, thank you so much. Very happy to be here.
Oh, excellent. No, I'm glad you're here too. Okay, so first of all, let's put it in the context of let's put things in a context of what direct marketing is. And in the same way that we're diversifying what realms we can be working in, there's different realms that we can be how we can be creating relationships and building relationships, right? So direct marketing is one of them. People have mentioned working on pay to place or investing in platforms where you pay to have access to auditions. And also, Tom said, he has representation. So building your team to have other people looking for opportunities for you and creating opportunities for you. So those are sort of three ways. So direct marketing is probably the most relatable. So how do you do it? Direct marketing is, if you think of it as your voice is a product, right? We were just talking about this in a brown belt call. If you were running a lemonade stand, what would you do to get the word out about your lemonade, right?
I love that. Making it so much simpler and making it a lemonade stand. I'm already creating ideas. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and this is, and then going one step higher than that, we have to, first of all, recognize that we are entrepreneurs building a business out of nothing, right? And so, there is no set way that you need to do that, and there are proven ways that are effective, right? And there are ways that generally are effective. So, and then above that, in terms of mindset, I think one of the most important things, as we understand that we are entrepreneurs, and going back to the art form and commerce, that we are artists and we are business people, and that business is creativity, right? So if we take it all the way up there and remember that we are both, and that when I think a lot of people, when they come to direct marketing, go, well, first of all, direct marketing may or may not be for you, but if you're approaching it, notice if you're going like, oh, I'd rather have a spike in my eye. It feels so sully and ew. This is really uncomfortable. So take it all the way back to, it's a creative problem. I don't know. How do you direct market? Well, first of all, try it, right? See what works. And then go back to the lemonade stand. If you were a little kid, first of all, you'd have to, all the skills and stuff building, you would need to make sure you have all that. That's building our skills, right? And then there's levels of quality of lemonade, right? So that's a whole nother thing. But if you were a little kid, what would you do first? You would probably start where you are, right? As a grown-up, you have a little bit more leeway, right? But let's think of your voiceover business as a little kid. Start where you are. What's on your corner? When do people come by? Who do you know? Who could you invite? Who do you already know, right? Who do you already know, and how do you connect with them, and how do you let them know what you're bringing? And then, isn't it much easier to talk to your neighbors than rando people on the street? So I think that's a great way to start thinking about, so rather than where do I start? Is it LinkedIn? Is it da-da-da? Is it DDD? Who do I know? Who do I know is a great way to start, right? And some of us might have uncles who are producers, or some of them like, oh, my best friend does that. That's how I got my start. My husband's best friend was a creative director. He said, hey, I've got these spots for Bally Fitness. I think you'd be good at them. I was like, sure, okay. And then I left going, that is what I'm doing. So that's a great way to think about that. And then who needs lemonade? Right? Who needs lemonade? And when and where are you selling it? Right? Are you sharing it? And let's also think about not selling, because I think that's something else that happens with us as we're going out to build our businesses. And how do you make money doing business? How do you make money doing business? Sometimes it's the mindset stuff that gets in our way, right? So if you think I'm sharing, I'm here to help somebody, who am I here to help, right? And this is also why we talk about mindset. So with that in mind, what let's take a second here, Taylor, and go, what do you know you're selling? Like what's your lemonade right now? With where
my lemonade is commercial lemonade, animation lemonade, and video game lemonade, and narration lemonade.
Okay, so those are four different people that you're reaching out to, right? And each of them have different ways that their business runs and different ways that your voice can help them, right? So then choose one at a time. choose one at a time. Like I think that's also something that happens. What we get overwhelmed. So choose one at a time and try it out. My friend Jay Preston has a great way to think about this. Back when I started, it was really and I don't mean to be like, back when I started, it was like this, but it is kind of, back when I started, the game was you moved to a major market, you built your skills, you got a major agent, and that was where the opportunities came, and it was like this trout pond. And now it's the wide open ocean. There's such a vast body of water, and different kinds of things that you need to figure out how you're fishing, right? So taking each, like if you're fishing for one kind of fish, know what their behavior is, where they're usually located, and what kind of things they like to eat, and then focus on that for a little bit and see how it goes, right? So each of those things, break it down and then think it through. Who needs lemonade? And hopefully this isn't getting too metaphorical, or sometimes I think taking these like really practical, like how do you thinking about it in a more metaphorical way can sometimes be helpful. Yeah. So in terms of that, what comes through for you, Taylor? Like what do you take away from that in terms of taking it way out? Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm taking it away that it's a mindset thing for me that I just need to get over. And also, throw my fishing lines out, and I know where the fish are. I know what the fish eat. I can reel the fish in myself. I feel like I'm diving into the metaphor thing too.
Yeah. And then the real thing is that metaphorically it's fish, but really it's people. It's people that we build relationships with, right? This creative director, I've known him for a really long time. We know each other. And not that you have to become best friends with your clients, but how do you get to know people as people, right? And then I think that's how you build your business too, right?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. And this is very helpful. Even the who do I know already? I'm like, there are people that I do know. Maybe I just it's a mindset. Get over that fear of letting them know, like, hey, I would love to collaborate. I would love to work together one day. And maybe even starting there, that could be a great starting ground. So I really appreciate that advice, Tish. It was very helpful.
Yeah. And then I think also another thing is, because there's so many people doing this work now, it's pretty easy to get in the mindset, well, I'll just stand in line. I'll just stand in line and do what I'm supposed to do. And obviously we want to do what we're supposed to do. We don't need to go we don't, we don't need to uh we don't want to necessarily go rogue. We need to do the job and do it well, right? But what are ways that you can be getting for the front of the line and having a velvet rope open instead of going, oh, there's a line, I'll go all the way around the corner to get the concert tickets. Like, actually, I know somebody. So and that's, I also don't want it to be like, hey, just get to know somebody, because it's a combination of the two, thinking of a client. Yeah. Good. We've got Tom and we've got Reagan, and hopefully this is all helpful. Yeah, Tom, what are your thoughts? What are your questions?
First, I love the lemonade bit. It reminds me of, the KISS acronym, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a tendency to go overboard on everything, but here's my question. Talking about going overboard. I could join the union now. I've Taft-Hartley'd twice. I can only do it one more. I would probably go Phi Corps if
Okay.
I did, but I don't want to be in a situation being intermediate swimmer in an Olympic pool. You know what I mean? So, as it stands, I could join the union now. I mean, but
well, it goes back to Tom. What is your lemonade stand? What is your purpose? So where are you booking? Where is the wonderful Gruffo man voice needed? And what kind of business are you building, right? And where are you located? Those are all things to keep in mind. And what are the opportunities if going, what are when you do have access to union work, that is where you have access to the jobs that are still working at a certain level, right? So
it's just that situation. I don't want to be. Yeah, I know what my work is. I know what my voice does work well for. I mean, I read for so many trucks and SUVs, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's just, I am reading, it's all national stuff. It's
so you're in the mix. Yeah. So so you're getting opportunities because you're booking union work, so that's good. So so is the question, how else can I be making money, or
is it too is my situation and my talent equal? That's what I have to answer.
Right. Well, that I don't know. That I don't know. Yeah. I mean, and in terms of jumping in, this is something that we all need to determine. You just need to know what the game is, right? If you have the opportunity and you have the resources to join the union, you can make a choice to build your work so that you are working on union opportunities, and then also what work can you be charging a certain amount to be able to convert so that you're working completely in the realm of the union?
Yeah.
There is the option now to go FICOR, in which case you have access to both worlds, which could be a solution, could be a way for you to go. So it really comes down to, you're the CEO of your business, and what business do you want to be running, and what do you trust in? And my lemonade isn't very good. I'm just gonna I mean, my lemonade isn't that good, so I'm just gonna, just keep it in the neighborhood. I don't know. I mean, I can sell it in the neighborhood, and that's totally valid, right? It's totally valid. So what business do you want to run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, 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 cool.
Thank you.
Reagan, yeah, thank you, thank you. Reagan, what questions do you have? And we'll be wrapping up in just a second, guys.
Yeah, I think you like brushed over it like briefly with Taylor's question, but I'm gonna ask it again just
Mhm.
so like you said, like we are in the business of being creative. We are artists. And my question is, how do you strike that balance between the creative aspect and the business aspect in a way to keep your like self still engaged? Because
Just don't separate them.
don't separate them.
Just think anything that you need to do, anything that you need to do with business, just look at it with this, the last slide that we talked about, cultivate beginner's mind. Remember what does it feel like as a creative when you're like, oh, a box of crayons and a big piece of paper. Ah, what's coming through? What is it? Don't separate that from like, ooh, I get to create a way that I'm reaching out to a new client every day. Woo, how can I do that? I don't know. I could do it like this. I could do it like this. How exciting. I get to make this. You are creating your business, so don't separate it. Right? It's how do you bring that same joy and focus? And if you're not skilled at that, or if there's skill sets that you're not as well versed in the same way, like, well, my range as a singer isn't as where I would like it to be, so I'm going to go study. I'm going to go get support. I'm going to go learn things. So I think that's when you can find the same creative joy in building your business, in finding out things, and not thinking that it's, oh, that's something else does, or, oh, I hate that part. Is that helpful?
It is, but I guess I should have worded my question a bit differently.
Mm.
Like for me right now, what I'm struggling with, because I am at the youth of my career, it's finding the time to like invest in building my business and invest in on working on my craft.
Right.
And
Well,
is that does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, and this is where I think this is where I was trying to get to with give it time. Give it time. How do you build your business? How do you start making money in voiceover? Give it time. So if you think of everything as a gestation period, right? That natural progression that we talked about is a gestation period, and each one of us is on a different part of that, right? Everybody's at a different part of their journey, and it's always evolving, right? There's a new part or a new thing that we're doing. In the same way that you can want a baby, but you don't necessarily, and you could theoretically get a cesarean section at 6 months because you just want your baby. Right? So, and then when your baby comes, if you're doing the work, and it sounds like a lot of people are doing the work and getting it to a place like, all right, I'm out there. You wouldn't necessarily go, all right, infant, it's been 1 month. Let's get this mortgage paid. Right? So if you think of it that way also, of just letting you support your business so your business supports you, right? You support your business so your business supports you. So it might just be that you're asking, this little sprout to give you some tomatoes because you got to make a sandwich right now. Right. In the meantime, hold on a second. So then it's the matter of how do you keep building your skills? How do you keep that consistency? And then it's the whole question of how do you create time, right? And if you think of this as, if you think of your voiceover business as the child, right? You're gonna come home and you're gonna put it to, you have to figure out how you find that balance, right? And that is the game, and that is the game of being the beginning of any new business and any young business. And then here's something to remember. You're the boss, right? You're the boss. So whatever the situation is now, then you whatever the situation is now, then you have ways to go, okay, this is what I'm choosing. And, if I have a full-time job or if I have other things, and this is the other time that I'm going to make and create. And then, this weaving thing, think of it as like right now I've got a few threads. I've got few threads that I'm weaving through. My goal is that it's all voiceover. And then so this will go away. You have to eat, guys. You have to eat, or you have to, or find a benefactor. Both of those are totally true, right? If there's someone who can create a space where you can just do this, awesome. So we need to make sure that we're okay that way, and we can, how do we keep on it so that more of the voiceover is being weaved through, right? And sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot, and being an entrepreneur is nonstop. And so we have to create the framework for us too. Yeah. Is that helpful, Reagan?
It is actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I feel like I would love to hear let's do this. I would love to hear if you can write in the chat what you got out of this, and then like what's your Dojo O for today? What came through? What was helpful? I think it was a little blendy here, but I think we honed in on some things that hopefully will be useful. So yeah, we talked about the 5 things it takes. So let's go back to there, and we'll segue into So we talked about decision, mindset. Let me just go through here. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys are taking away and what other questions you have, and I'll share a way that. Oh wait, hold on a second. I'm going to do this right. Stop share. Do this right. Here we go. Share. Okay, can everyone see that? The whole thing? Okay, great.
Yes.
All right. So there we go. So just picking up the 5 things: decision, mindset, technique, application. Those are those 10,000 hours, how you're applying things, and then support. The technique, how we're able to do things. Application is just skill, and then the support. And this is what we're here for all the time. It's always just you. You never do it alone. We are here. This Get to Know VO is something you can put on the 3rd Wednesday of every month as a place that you can come and ask questions and get different insights and things on the business. If you have an idea of something that you'd like to have as a subject of Get to Know VO, let us know, because we can create that as well. Also, the 1st Wednesday of the month is Ask the Sensei. So that's another thing that you can do. Yeah, here's some thoughts of how the dojo has supported some people. And let's see, how can we support you with what's next? We'd love for you to join us. and however we can help you. If you're at the beginning of your journey or even anywhere on your journey, the VO Dojo, you should do voiceover Launchpad is a powerful beginning and a powerful complement and supplement. Thank you so much for being here on this call. We'd love to offer anyone who's interested $100 off of the Launchpad, and you can sign up here and use this code. Get to know VO GTKVO 100 as a promo code, and that'll get you that discount, that offer. And this seems like a really cool thing, because there's so many awesome people at so many different places in their journey. I think this might be a really good offer for everybody. If you have other questions and other thoughts about like what came up here or where you are, and where you'd like to be, please take a minute to sign up for a Voiceover One-Server call, and we can talk more. We can talk more and get a sense of where you're at and what questions are on your mind and how we might be able to help. Yeah, so that's www.thevodojo.com/VOO. And let's close with this. Why do VO? Love and money. Love and money. I think that's something that came up today. Voiceover requires that you and makes you nimble-minded, open-hearted, focused in action, unstoppable in spirit, available to overflowing abundance, even if it may not feel so much at the top, at the beginning part, and ready for endless possibility. So, yeah, let's take 1 second. I'd love to see if there's any dojos. Oh, Susan's going back. Yeah. Decision and mindset is a big factor. Yeah. Shannon, it's the foundation of everything what we do here at the dojo. Mindset is everything. I'll share a little story. That call that I got from my friend, my creative director friend, that morning, or I guess actually the morning before, I resumed my sunrise walks, which is something I'd been doing pretty regularly, and I put out manifestations of I'm booking this many times a week, I'm booking this many times a week, I'm booking this many times a week, and I continue to be the voice of major long-running campaigns in all the categories. And then I did this like little cheer, this like little like financial, beverages, goat cheese, and made it super fun. But and I know it sounds like just think men. It's not like, but it was fascinating because that mindset alignment and saying yes and seeing what's possible, the call came. So I can't say that that's like a scientifically proven method, but this mindset is mindset on both your business and your both the business and how you're approaching building your business. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Well, thank you guys. Don't overthink it. Oh my gosh, such good dojo O's, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Good. And hopefully one of the takeaways is doing it together is a lot easier than doing it alone. I mean, that's sort of a truth of this business. You know, the truth of it more than ever now is that it's a isolated, solitary pursuit in our little space capsules of whatever size and shape. So how do we take that focus on ourselves and building all that we are and what all that we have to bring, and then amplify it when we come together. And when you come together, that's sort of the way that makes things easier. So and it's 11:11, not to be too woo-woo, not to be too woo-woo, but let's close on that. Thank you all for taking your time. Thank you all for your patience and keeping open-hearted with perfectly imperfect, which I think is another thing that we can all take away. Oh, it's perfectly imperfect, and hopefully everyone got some stuff out of it. Jeffrey, thank you so much for all you do and keeping everything going. And we'll hopefully see you for Ask the Sensei, everyone for Ask the Sensei, the beginning of next month. And look forward to talking and spending more time with each of you on the VOOs. And we're always here to help in whichever way we can. So have a great day, everyone. I'm going to go take my kid to see colleges. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night, a good day, afternoon, evening. Bye.